Welcome to the Bold Analysis. This remains the most informative political podcast in Kenya. And Team Bold, I've just arrived from the CBD. I was in the Luna Park area shortly for the Hursler Fund launch. I was there for, I think, like only some 20 minutes, then I stepped out. If President William Ruto is banking on Hursler Fund to show his intention of lifting the lives of the hustlers, and he wants to bank on it as a measure of his political honesty, then I can tell you that he should forget about re-election. This will because of the awareness level, Kenyans are going to track and trace the success and the misses of the fund. I followed a bit of made some few observations on that launch, even from the branding in the venue. Look at that branding, Jinwe Jendeleze. The way it was planned to envision, to provide a platform for President Ruto to interact with the hustlers. In fact, the people that came out with the concept of how they wanted the launch to look like, it was just an opportunity to create the political environment that was there when the Hursler Fund conversation was going on. I remember that. From the wordings, the MCs, and everything, it was not a government, bit of a state function. It was actually a youth function. The billing of the last contest between Raila and Ruto was between dynasty and hustlers in the mind of Kenya Kwanza campaign strategist. And successfully, Ruto organized his political base along the dominant socio-economic classes to show that he was with the lower class and Raila was with the upper class. Hursler Fund was a campaign slogan, and its implementation is the biggest gamble that Ruto.
254 hash, yes. Then send. There you go. It's a process, guys. Star 254 hash.
Try again.
Yeah, star
254
hash. Send. There you go. It's a process, guys. It's loading. I should. Tafadhali wanyongi wa internet mtulie kidogo.
Is using to mount his 2027 election bid. This is the most visible election pledge, and I compare it to the laptop pledge by Uhuru Ruto in 2013. And that is why, even at the launch, it was to be glamorous, the visibility, and to attract the media attention in it. It is a measure of political honesty. In this video, I'll have to show you a bit details from William Ruto himself. And the reason why I say that this product has its own flaws, apart from what maybe many people have seen, have been speaking about how the funds are going to be received and all that. I want you to watch this video. One of the biggest challenges played out even in that launch. Look at this video. Ruto himself, with the MC, they could not even access. I can tell you where we were, and I'm not saying it's an exclusive problem. I know IT guys will correct me here. It is just a snippet of the other challenges that comes with an IT, with an online product. I have tried even when I was, and I think I can even try now. And I show you *254#. Try. Okay, it's not. Again, star. Wait after 15 minutes. *254#. I've tried with another line. I have 2 lines. Kuna 254#. I've tried with another. Now let me try with this line. Now, 3 times, then it works. So I'm not saying that that is one of the problems of the challenges that is there, but I was just giving a snippet that that's an example that you can fail. Let me not ask many questions. I want you to listen to this clip by President Ruto. He tried to make some very key clarifications you need to hear.
Tuko na watu karibu milioni 8 Kenya ambao tayari wamekuwa blacklisted na lenders wote. Hawatakikani mahali popote. Hawawezi kukopa mahali popote. Hii Hursler Fund itawapatia a second chance. Kila mtu, hata kama ulikuwa umefukuzwa kwa zile apps zingine zote, hii ni nafasi yako ya kujirekebisha. Utapata nafasi ya kukopa pesa kwa Hursler Fund ambayo haukuwa unaweza kukopa kwa zile apps zingine zote. Hiyo ni number 1. Number 2, zile funds zingine unahitaji kuapply, unahitaji guarantee, unahitaji kulipa kujua mtu fulani, unahitaji security. Hursler Fund haihitaji hiyo mambo yote, na haihitaji committee, na sio lazima ujue mtu yeyote. Pale kwa Youth Fund, pale kwa Women Enterprise Fund na zile zingine inahitajika uende kwa committee, uweke application, utafute security. Hapa kwa Hursler Fund hiyo mambo yote hakuna.
I have made a very strong objection, or rather reservation, with the pension scheme angle. It's one of the solutions that the president spoke about passionately, saying that that is the difference between the Hursler Fund and the other funds that have been there, the Weather Fund, all that has been there. Biodata needed for this. The scheme, how it works is, when you make a saving, when you borrow, there is a percentage that is saved for you. For example, if you're supposed to get, you're given 95% of the amount you borrow, then a 5% goes to a pension scheme that they've not mentioned. Those are 2 products. There is the Hursler Fund is a product, and the pension scheme, according to me, is a product. So it goes there, and when you save, government is going to, that saving is going to earn you 50% interest annually. So what they're saying is, kama umeboro 500 na 50 bob imeenda kwa pesa una save, then that 50 that was first borrowing, ukalipa, you borrowed again, ikifika end of the year and you've had a 100 shillings, government will add another 50 shillings on that. So by the end of that year, you will have 150 as your saving in the pension. Looks very good when explained. It looks very good on paper. Very good on paper. I only have some reservation. If you look at the other one for government is unapewa ukimaliza, ukiretire or terminate. So that is what you're given in lump sum. Then the others you can be given installments or it can be paid to your next of kin, depending on who you wrote there. I just want to ask the framers, or rather the people that have come up with that concept, that concept needs to be relooked because of two things. Number one, you have not put the structure, because it should be another product on itself, even if it is Hursler pension, so that I know that my pension is there, because I need to give different details from a pension scheme than this one. It can't be that bank ID number and phone number that I'm using just for the Hursler fund is what is I'm saving that money for. In fact, which bank? How am I going to get it? How am I going to trace it? I don't know. Maybe I did not get that bit a bit, but if someone got that bit, you can get me. My number is in this video, in the description, so that you explain for me, at least we understand how that is a solution. Because people also feel, and to Ruto, look at this. President Ruto, this is a product that is prone to abuse. This one that you're saying government is going to give people 50% interest on a saving on borrowing. And we know that banks are not, no one who gives 50% interest. The same people that are administering these funds will look at a way their savings in the pension scheme can be in the tune of million, so that the government can add another 500,000. Oh, this one must be looked into again. I appreciate the fact that the fund is still in pilot, and I detected a lie. You may forgive me for this. I actually detected a lie. The debate that you don't have a committee, the only committee you have is between you and your phone, looks easy, simplistic. But I have a feeling it only applies for the personal loan. If you want to give someone 1 million, utamtumia kwa simu. Oh, the startup loans and the SMEs. Maybe. I don't know. I have a feeling that discussion of your only committee, you don't need a committee, is only meant for this product. Because what you have to understand is that it's a pilot, because they've only launched one product, the personal loan. The others will be launched with the time. And I don't know how you are going to give people loan in a chama. They're supposed to take it as a chama, but inaenda kutumwa kwa simu. While in a chama, there is a lot of processes, the registration, there is the members, the leadership. And I think it also runs with the concept so that people don't just come as a chama and just give them money to go and do their own things. Something is not adding up. When do the pension scheme mature? How does it work for the pension, the percentage that goes for your savings pension? How does it work for the chamas? One is that the Hursler fund product was supposed to cushion people, or rather borrowers, from predatory lenders. Lenders that are predators that are actually exploiting the borrower. It's a big problem. It's a good problem that needs to be solved. But in my understanding of, and he mentioned about the Shylock, I don't think Shylock people, their biggest challenge is on the interest rate. Because again, most people go to Shylock not for business loans. Mostly they go for, niko na shida, nataka unichukulie hii gari yangu, my gas ikae hapa for some time, or I want you to bring you my TV, ikae hapa until nirudishe, then atarudisha na some interest. It's really for business. If I understand what predatory lenders are, it's really for business. However, the Shylock interest rates are a bit misconstructed. I don't think the challenge has been on the fact that someone goes there to take some loans, na analipa jioni, analipa na interest. I don't think the problem of the borrower is the interest. I don't think the problem is the interest. The problem is normally, the issue is normally the accessibility. Kwamba huyu ako karibu na naweza ongea na yeye hata nikishindwa kulipa kesho, naweza muongelesha. It's the distance, the human interaction with that, the accessibility, ile unajua nitaenda kwa Mwangi atanipea. That is normally that's the difference between that and what they're saying. So about the point of the interest for me doesn't work. I don't think that's the biggest problem. But during one of the sessions, I think Economic Forum, there is a woman who profiled bits of this. And so that is something that is it. The other problem that Hursler Fund is supposed to solve that I want us to I'm waiting to see is boost access to financing. So that's why they've said it's simplistic and they have removed safeguards. Safeguards are what the other lenders use, like collateral, security, to make sure that you push away illicit borrowers who just want to take advantage of the fund and run away with the money. So these safeguards were put first to the level of seriousness, so that mtu kama unataka kuchukua loan unapeana gari, you can't jungle around with it. You must have a plan on how you're going to repay it. But when you remove those safeguards and you want people to take that money for business, you are creating a pool of debtors. The fact that you're giving them a second chance is a one-off political token. It's a political amnesty that wale ambao walikuwa kwa CRB tunawatoa, so they can access the fund. It's a political amnesty and it's one-off. So we will do round one. After 14 days, they fail to pay, they don't qualify for any loan, and so the cycle ends there. Oh. The cycle of the borrower will end after those 14 days. Akishindwa kulipa, especially for those who are not going to pay. Because in terms of servicing debts, it's a personal responsibility. It's a culture that as a business person, you must have. This might likely push away the private companies that are in it because they are also in the competition. The advantage with the Hursler Fund is it has a very good potential, and even though kitu mzuri si watu wengi watachukua, because they want to boost the domestic pool. Whether that saving is going for whatever purpose it's going for, hata kama inaenda kwa pension scheme, even it's going to be taken to the NSSF, then what does it mean? It means that it's going to help. Number one, government itakuwa na pesa. How I wish if Ruto would get old, I wish they would have done this. Our cost of education is high and health is becoming a problem, even access to NHIF. What they would have done is this money, ile yenye mesefu kidogo iende kwa health, ama maybe on a saving on education, so that the Kenyan people will interact with it and appreciate the fact that nimeenda nikatibiwa kwa sababu ya savings zangu nilitoa from Hursler Fund. But the pension scheme is normally a bit indefinite and people are a bit conserved on it. But kama ni kitu wanaona akienda Australia atatibiwa, President would have looked at it now. The advantage is it has come at the right time. Donors have a way to inject funds there, and you can put money into people's pockets because we are in Christmas mood, likely to increase the purchasing power. President Ruto, take this advice from me. The best way for this to work is to invest on frequent evaluation so that we can access the success areas. You can track success areas, and the success areas is where you put the strength. 14 days, you have first a pool of some 2 million borrowers who have not paid. Then you look at this who have not paid, wamechukua ngapi, see like those who have taken like 15, so that after 14 days or after a review, you will change the requirements of taking the loan.